Well, it has been a minute since I made a video, folks. I am going to do something I have not done in 20 years, maybe longer than that, 25 years. I'm gonna walk a creek. We have been remodeling our house, and so I have not had time to get the kayak out, to get anything out in the last month. It's early November, it's muggy, water's way down, but we're gonna try to see if we can't find a couple of fish in this little creek down here. I'm gonna make my way down through here, go across this little bridge and work my way back up the stream, I think, for a little while, and see what we can find. So y'all stay tuned, let's see what's going on here. All right, I can tell I hadn't been fishing in a while. I definitely hadn't been walking woods for a while, because I am out of breath. But anyway, I have come as a minimalist today. I have not brought nothing with me. I've got a medium light action cherry wood rod. I've used it in a couple of my videos. And then I've got this Piscifon 2000 size reel. And all I brought today was a net. This is the guppy color. It's dark, it's got a lot of chartreuse in it, or a lot of like purple and green flakes. It looks like, I can't tell, the water is just dirty enough I can't see real good, and it's just overcast enough that the glasses don't help. So I'm really going to be blind casting. I'm not going to be able to see much today, not like I've done in the past when I've creek fished out of a kayak. So we'll see. There's a good fish right there. There appears to be a few fish right here. I can't tell what they are or if they'll bite. Right there's a fish right there. There's a little guy. Oh, that's not a little guy. That's a pretty good little spot. Well, don't get under there. Get over there. Get over. That's a nice little creek bass there. Oh, he's feisty. He's trying his best to get away, but he's not going to do it whether he wants to or not. And I've got him hooked well, and that's the way. That's a good little creek bass right there now. Fell right out. Let's flip this rod down. Good little creek bass. Little spot. Let's let him go back out here in this creek so he can go catch him some more something. I thought I saw a decent little fish right there. Couldn't tell what it was. There is quite a bit of folks here, but judging by the trail and the lack of, and as fast as that fish hit, I don't think there's a lot of fishing that goes on down here. So this could be a good afternoon. I've only got a couple of hours. I've already done better than I thought I would. Said I've not been out. I've not fished in over a month, and I've not done this in probably 20 years. It has been a long time since I creek fished, and it feels like it's about June out here. It is hot, it is muggy, it's probably about 77, 78 degrees, and I am not in shorts and t-shirt. I'm in pants and my boots because I figured I'd end up wading a little bit. And if I go back downstream, I'm going upstream. I came across this bridge here, and I'm going to go upstream a little ways, stop a couple of times, and then may change up baits a few times. I don't know. It's kind Gonna be kind of hard to do that when there's another bite right there. It's a littler. That's a sunfish. Yes, sir. So, all right. Pretty little guy. Pretty little guy. Little red-headed little yellow-breasted sunfish. We'll let him go. Too deep for me to walk in the creek, I think. But there's a pretty little pocket right here. I don't know if there's any fish in it. Flip this net out there. Yeah, there's one little spot. I see him. Will he go after it? Oh, there's another little spot. Oh, you got it. I didn't know he had it. He's just sitting there with it. Whoops. Auto release. Good little spot. Little creek bass. Little bitty guy. Looks like this is going to be fun though. If I can find some fish, they're going to hit. As soon as it hit the water, it took off after it. Take you a look at this. It's just as pretty as they come right down here. I mean, just as pretty as they come. Make our way around here. If you're thinking about doing this, this is not for the faint of heart. This is not what I anticipated doing, just to be brutally honest with you. Where I was going to go, there would be a lot of rocks, and you could walk from rock to rock to rock, but that didn't happen. So I'm having to make do here. So we're going to walk down here a little bit. If I see an opening to get to the creek, I will. But I want to get down here where I can hear that water making a shoal. There's a fish right there. There's a fish. He liked the coppertruce. There we go. Easy now. Easy now. Easy now. All right, come on over here, Buster. Not a bad little creek bass. He's got kind of a jacked up lip. Pretty little fella. Pretty little guy. About a 12-inch fish. He'd be a legal fish in a tournament. All right, let's let him go on back out in the water. There he goes. Let's see. Let's get this fish bait back out there and see if there's another one. That's 3. 5 would be a successful adventure, I do believe. Actually, I'd say 1 and not falling in no worse than I already have would be a successful adventure. But I said, coppertruce probably has become my new favorite color in the TRD stuff, the big TRD. Little TRD, I like that guppy. I like the PB&J. Oh yeah, that's a deep hole right there. That bait just kept sinking and kept sinking and kept sinking and kept sinking. It's probably 5 or 6 feet right there. That's pretty deep for a creek. But it is a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. I didn't expect to come out here and catch no 24-inch fish. So I'm fairly, that first one was probably in the 16 range. It was a good little fish. I'd have gladly took it in the last tournament I had. 16-inch fish is pretty good fish in a creek like this. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I went back to kind of a summertime technique here. I'm throwing it almost like a shaky head. I mean, I'm reeling down and I just pop it, and all that tail's doing just sitting there doing that. So, because I know there's really only that one spot that I anticipate fish being. So I'm throwing it out there, dropping it in the hole, just sitting there twitching that tail. Just one, just cha. Yeah, that is a deep little ledge right here. That's amazing. And that could have been the only fish in this whole pocket right here. Could have very easily been the only fish in this whole pocket. So, you know, that's one thing I have learned from creek fishing out of a kayak. Every bite needs to count. Make it count. Right there's one. I threw that right on top of something. I don't know what that is. What is it? Another little spot. Yeah. I threw that right on top of his head. Oh, he don't like it. Oh, he's mad. Easy now. Come here. You ain't getting away with that TRD like that. Another little spot. But a pretty little fish. This is a lot of fun right here. When you can find them, I'll be still. When you can find the fish that nobody else is fishing for, and I can tell by the amount of paths through the woods, there ain't a lot of people coming through here. A lot of deer tracks. But another pretty little spotted bass. Let's let him go. He's over. He got a shad or something, little bitty brim in his mouth of some kind. So that's two out of this little hole. I believe the front that was supposed to come through today has came through, because the temperature feels like it's dropped about 15 degrees out here. That fish hammered it as soon as it hit the water. But this sort of stuff is quickly becoming one of my favorite ways to fish. There's another one. No, that wasn't one either. On a rock. Quickly becoming one of my favorite ways to catch bass. And it's a lot of fun. Take you a medium light action rod. Take you a medium light action rod. Go get you some, it's a fairly inexpensive way to fish too. I mean, this rod I think was 20 bucks. The reel was 20 bucks. I've got way more in TRDs to the rod and reel. Now I do have, this does have Power Pro on it. The only reason why it has Power Pro on it is because I took it off of another rod, and I knew I wasn't going to be doing just a whole lot with this thing, but doing this right here. And so I put it on. It's got 15 pound or 10 pound Power Pro. I don't recall which one. There's another one. That's a little bit better one there. He thinks he is anyway. Oh, he's mad. Oh, he's mad. Come on. He thinks he's a stud. He thinks he's a stud. About the same size as the last two. But still, that is a fat little fish. A little smaller than the last two. He just thought he was a stud. The belly on that thing. A fat, well-fed fish. Well-fed. Back out of here, Buster. Wholesale change. Went to weedless Ned, Coppertruce, big TRD now. Got the big TRD on. So changing it up just a little bit here. I figure if I'm gonna have to deal with all that gunk, I might as well have a bait that I can rip up through it a little bit. It'll stand out just a little bit more. Actually, it'll stand out a lot more because of that chartreuse color. It'll stand out a lot more. So we'll see. Well, I made it back to the bridge. I walked back under the bridge. I was gonna go downstream, but this is the easiest of the ways down. And I was sitting there talking to myself, I was like, you know, I can get down. Getting back up though might be a little bit of a challenge. So, retrospect, probably should have kept going the other way, but hey, first time I've ever been here. It's the first time I've ever been here to this particular creek, this particular area. So it's kind of, you know, it is what it is. Fish were probably, really fished for about 2 hours. I caught 6 bass, which is pretty good. Nothing were massive, but good creek fish. I'll definitely do this again. I think it would be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun to go upstream from here in a kayak. If you could do it, there's some spots you'd have to get out and drag across, but I think it would be a lot of fun to do that. And if you get down to here, to this water, this flows on into Guntersville Lake about 15-16 miles that way. Be a long trek, but you could do it if you so desired. But anyway, it's a pretty good day. I am hydrilla growing down there. I'm very pleased. For my first creek walk in probably 25 years, I'm very pleased with it. Hopefully I can start making videos again now that the house is finally, I've done about all I can do with it for about a week or so. So hit that like or subscribe button if you haven't already. If you've made it this far, you probably enjoyed it as much as I have. I am soaking wet. It is hot, humid, but anyway, maybe next time I'll figure out a way to get down here at the bottom and I can fish it out that way. I said getting down is not a problem. It's the getting back up that would definitely be an issue. So till next time, see you later.